What's up, YouTube family? Good morning. Today's video is going to be about chosen ones and prophetic dreams and prophetic visions. So I just want to share with y'all. I had a dream last night. It was powerful. I had a dream that my feet was being nailed to wood, and you know that can be different symbolism. That can mean my sacrifice is coming up, that I'm about to get called home, or that can mean that Christ approaches and the rapture is more closer than what we think. I'm gonna repeat it. I had a dream that my feet was being nailed to wood, and I was trying to pull my feet out, and it was like real hard to come out of the wood because there was a nail inside my feet, going inside the wood, and that can be a vision that my job is done here, and God about to call me home, which is fine. Um, and I want to tell you why. So look, all right, so there's a lot of stuff that I shared on my videos, a lot of stuff that I shared on this channel that's basically straight is calling out the government. It's the United States government. It's basically putting them on blast about everything they doing covertly to the people, white, black, Spanish, whoever you are, Native American, whoever you are, as a whole, we're oppressed, and I have called them out. So you got to understand that when you speak out against the government, and the right people get wind of that, they put you under a program called COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO is designed to prevent a black messiah from rising through surveillance, um, um, through infiltration, through disorganization, through disruption, in the form of in the form of it could be in the form of so let me just tell you, let me just say what they've done to me so far. Through the form of women, white women, children, transsexuals, in an effort to discredit you. So let me tell you what they did so far to me. Since for like this been happening for like the last year and a half. They try to put white women in my path so I can sleep with them, so they can get a rape charge. They try to put women in my path, white women. They try to put children in my path to get me on a pedophilia sex charge. Then they try to put transsexuals in my path, men, to discredit me, to neutralize me. So you gotta understand that the easiest way to discredit a strong black man in this country is sexual immorality. They tried white women, they've tried children, they've tried transsexual men, they tried everything. They tried to get me to to steal, to rob. I mean anything that can put me in prison, basically to tarnish my reputation. It didn't work because I'm gonna tell you why. I've been on semen retention. Semen retention is when you abstinent and you don't ejaculate. So basically, when you keep all your seed in, you're aligning yourself with God and His will. So He's going to give you like gifts to make you even more powerful when you're on Earth, so you can succeed. So you can see all the traps. It's like intuition. Is a very strong intuition when something's not right. That you can walk into any room and you can identify all the creeps. You can identify all your enemies. You can identify everybody that's against you, and even family. They've infiltrated my family as far as turning my family against me to surveil me, to ultimately try to discredit me. So, but God shows you all these things. He shows you who's who, what's what, and what to be aware of. So right now, I got them pulling their hair out, cause now the last resort is what execution. That's the last resort. Execution. That we can't discredit him. What happened? What happened when they couldn't discredit Malcolm X? Execution. What happened when they couldn't discredit Martin Luther King? Execution. So what happened when they couldn't discredit JFK? Execution. So if they can't discredit you, they just come execute you. But what? See, now the problem with executing you is you can become a martyr, and people believe that what you were saying about the government and was true, and what you were saying was true, then they'll believe everything you were saying, and then they'll want to put their hat into the fight, you know? And they don't want that. But ultimately, that's going to have to happen because I'm not going to stop. That see, I understood my purpose. My brother woke me up my brother woke me up when he was in prison. He told me that we behind enemy lines. And I didn't understand that when he said we're behind enemy lines. So I just researched it and studied it. I'm like, what do you mean we behind enemy lines? He was trying to let me know that the country that we're in, we're behind enemy lines, that we're in the enemy backyard, essentially. That's when I started learning about the Black Panthers. That's when I started learning about the Civil Rights Movement. That's when I started learning about, what slavery was all about and how we still essentially slaves, but in the mind, not physical chains, mental chains. And I started speaking out on it because I felt as though that my purpose down here was to honor God. My purpose down here was to reveal the Black Messiah, and that's Jesus Christ. And I love saying His name. It you know it makes me warm inside because a lot of people are scared to say Jesus Christ's name in public. That they don't want to say His name. A lot of people and then when you do say His name, people start getting like real like nervous. They get uncomfortable when you talk about Jesus Christ. And I love saying His name. I love letting people know I die for Jesus Christ any second, any day, any hour. And see, that's another reason why they own me so much. I want you to go back to one of my videos. It's called Chosen Ones Are Gifted. I give up a lot of government secrets that if people believe me, it'll start a revolution overnight if you believe what I'm saying. So I want you to go to my video, Chosen Ones Are Gifted, and I give up a lot of secrets that basically what they're doing to us is basically they basically so covertly murdering us through lies. But all people, the government, the United States government is covertly murdering us through lies. You just gotta wake up, man, and pay attention. But I also want to share another dream with you I had. But this dream was maybe 6 months ago. It was a dream of all these white horses come from out the sky. All these white horses come from out the sky, and I looked it up. That's when Jesus is coming on a white horse from the clouds on a white horse. Is when He's gonna come. So I'm just want to just let y'all know. I want to tell you about these dreams so y'all can be aware that something's about to happen, something big. So you got to get right with God. You can't play. There's no time. The Euphrates River drying up, the war in Israel. That's all prophecy. That's all biblical prophecy of a sign of the second coming of Christ. But see, a lot of us don't want that reality. We don't want that reality that the world about to end. We want to stay here forever and have sex, have new cars, have status. We want to stay here, but but you don't. Like I said, you don't need an Ivy League college. You don't got to go to an Ivy League college. You don't have to have a master's or a doctorate just to see for yourself that something's about to happen big. That at some point God's will has to align itself. You know, God's will has to align itself, and this evil has to be done with. That it just can't keep going on like this, all this suffering and dying. That God is going at some point, He's going to say, I had enough, you know? But I also want to share, once I understood my purpose and once I understood, what I was here for, I tried to run. Like Jonah. I tried to run. But the love that I had for God, and once I understood all the things God done for me, I wanted to honor Him. And I wanted to stop sleeping around. I wanted to stop smoking weed. I left that alone. I wanted to really start, cleansing my temple to honor God. So it's not about. I think at this point, it's not about having a wife or having a family right now. It's about trying to get more souls to God. I put all my selfish desires on the back burner, and my selfish desires don't matter. That people matter to me. That's the truth. That's I love people. That their suffering, it gets to me. That their pain gets to me. That if I can stand up for them, stand up for the people who can't stand up for themselves, that I'm fulfilled. In the Bible it states, you stand up for the poor, you stand up for the disabled, you stand up for the children, you stand up for the women, you stand up for the ones who can't stand up for themselves. You stand up for them. And the Bible tells it commands me to do that, so I'm going to do it. But I just want to share that with y'all, man. I had these dreams, and it's recent. The white horses coming from the sky, and last night I had a dream about my feet being nailed to wood. And come on, man, like like I'm not gonna get on this YouTube page and make up shit. It's discrediting me. It's doing my channel a major disservice, and it's doing the people that watch my channel a major disservice. That I gotta be honest. That I gotta tell you the truth. That I can't be sitting up here just making up shit. You know what I'm saying? What, to get likes, to get views? I don't think so. Not when soul's in the balance. Not when somebody's soul in the balance. I'm gonna tell you a story in the Bible real quick. I know you heard of this one. Is it's called the rich man and Lazarus. The rich man and Lazarus. So now, the rich man, they both died. The rich man and Lazarus, they both died. Lazarus went to heaven. He was poor. The rich man went to hell. So, you know what the rich man asked the angel why he was getting tortured in hell? You know what the rich man asked the angel? Can you please go and tell my brothers and my family to change and repent so they don't got to come to a place like this? Do you know what the angel told him? No. They had the prophets to tell him. If they don't listen to the prophets, what makes you think they listen to me? No. I'm gonna repeat it. Rich, uh, it's Lazarus and the rich man. And Lazarus was poor, and the rich man was rich. They both died. Lazarus went to heaven. The rich man went to hell. And the rich man asked the angel, "Can you can you please go tell my family, my brothers, to change, so they don't got to come to a place like this?" And the angel said, "No, they have the prophets." Deep said, "No, they have the prophets to tell them." So what I'm saying is, don't play with God, man. While you have a chance to repent and stop what you're doing and turn from your sin and honor God, do it. Because when you take your last breath, we're all going to be faced with the reality what life is all about. When you take your last breath, there is no do-overs. There is no reset button. There is no I want to come back. That's it. That's it. So I'm just asking you, please, if you don't want to experience hell, man, Jesus not coming to get you. You staying there forever. If you don't want to experience that, change. Change your mind. Repent. Time is running out. We don't have much time left. You think I had that dream just to have that dream? No. It's a warning. But that's a short video for the day, man. I just want to let you guys know what's going on. I'm still going through my storm. I'm still living out Job right now in the Bible. I'm gonna remain faithful to God. Job. That's the story of Job, where Job had it all, and then God stripped him of everything to see if he was gonna stay faithful. And I'm also going through Samson and Delilah right now. That basically God has let me know no women, but I'm getting approached by a lot of women because they want to have sex because they know I've been abstinent for a long time. So my seed is highly coveted. But no, you see what happened to Samson when he went against God, right? The Philistines gouged his eyes out and captured him. Why? Because he went against God and went with a woman that he wasn't supposed to have went with, and she was really the enemy and fooled him and tricked him. You know? So I'm experiencing that right now, and through it all, God will still be honest. I love him. I love God so much because he did a lot for me when I didn't know it was even him. And I was a sinner my whole life, and I was disobedient, and he was still faithful. And the Bible states that even when we're unfaithful, God is still faithful. So I just want to let y'all know that, man, because I love y'all so much, and I care more about the people than myself. I care about others' lives than myself. That if somebody can have a better life because of my sacrifice, I'm fulfilled. I'm just being honest that sometimes, man, you just want to Give somebody else something. Give, that you want to die to your selfish desires, and you want to help people. It's just some people are cut like that they custom made like that they taken out of the world, that they're not selfish, that they don't want material gains or wealth or status. That if somebody else can have a good life off my sacrifice, then so be it. That I reside with God. I'm gonna reside with God no matter what. So this shell means nothing. I'm just here experiencing a human experience. See, people don't understand that when you're born, you're called to a battlefield, not a playground. But the program, it makes it a playground. Essentially, you're down here to work for God and let Satan know who boss. That my king in heaven run this, not you. And that's how I'm gonna handle it. That's how I'm gonna carry it. Defiant forever. When it comes to Satan, defiant. That God sent me here for a reason. Excuse me. That God sent me here for a reason to honor Him and to glorify Him and let you know you're a coward, you're a sucker. You shouldn't have went against Him. And I ask God all the time, can I lead His army against Satan? And He's granted me that wish. He said, yes, you can. But my actions had to be my actions, my behavior, my spirit has to be clean. I can't be dirty leading God's army. So that's why I've been on sperm retention. That's why I stopped getting high. That's why I understand that God needs me at full force for this fight, and I'm prepared. But I love you guys very much, man. It was a short video, and I just want to just tell you about my dream, just so you can, just think about it. Read up on it. The rapture. Read up on the white horse coming from out the sky, and just try to get an understanding of what's about to happen. But I love you guys very much, and y'all be safe.